In the previous chapter, the law of non-resistance was briefly touched on. Today, we will be diving deeper into this subject as we slowly digest the lessons in the game of life and how to play it. Chapter 4. It started with saying a non-resistant person is something the world cannot resist. This goes by the belief Chinese people have on how water is the most powerful element. Water is non-resistant. Even when it has the calmest flow, it can eventually wear down rocks. As it chooses to be stronger, it can definitely sweep everything before it. This chapter also teaches us how evil is a false law. It is when a man's soul has been blinded by belief of sin, sickness, death, etc., which causes him to outpicture his illusions. We later on fall into the belief of two powers instead of one, which causes our vain imaginations to manifest. Jesus even confidently said, "Resist not evil," because he is aware of the truth. There is no evil, hence we have nothing to resist. By saying this, it would also mean that whatever we feed our subconscious mind, we also feed our soul. Our thoughts and feelings, whether good or bad, will be outpictured by our mind. Those who picture sickness will become sick, while those who picture wealth will become rich. I know you might be thinking that children should be exempted from this principle since they still don't understand things. Well, yes, they are still innocent beings, but the people around them greatly affect their status too. As they are still very sensitive and receptive to the thoughts from other people, they can most likely outpicture the fears of their parents. Kids are also the best examples for mothers to learn the principle. If you do not run your subconscious mind yourself, someone else will run it for you. It's normal for mothers to want the most safety for their children, but most of the time, this causes them to fear and attract illness and disaster more. For example, a mother was asked if her daughter had the measles. She then answered with, "Not yet." This one word meant that she was expecting the illness. By expectancy, she prepared for what she did not want to happen to her child. However, a man who has a stronger understanding and grasp on the right thinking cannot be fazed by the negative thoughts of others. This is because he sends out only the positive ones to them, resulting in him receiving only good ones too. The more we resist and believe in two powers, the more we put ourselves in a state of torment. One of the greatest lessons this chapter has is the great law of transmutation. This allows every failure to be transmuted into success, even with just words. The same way we baptize children and give them many names, we can also baptize situations and name it with success through the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. A good demonstration of this is the woman who was thrown continually in a business way, with a man who made her feel very poor. She felt as if the negative thoughts of the man prevented her from reaching success. She knew that in order to receive abundance, a feeling of opulence must precede its manifestation. However, along the way, she realized that all she was doing led to her resisting the situation more. So she changed strategies and blessed the man instead. The woman baptized the situation with success. After a while, she met another woman through the man who was willing to give her thousands of dollars for every service she gave. The man also moved away from the city. Then everything started to fall into its own place. This can also be a good example of how every man is a golden link in the chain of your good. Chapter 4 teaches us that every person is God in manifestation, just waiting to serve the divine plan. This is why it's important to bless even your enemies, for this removes their power over you too. Once you send out love, goodwill, and fortune, and the receiver no longer has the power to harm you. The law of non-resistance can only be understood through spiritual understanding. Through it, we grant ourselves wisdom that prevents anyone from walking over us. By not resisting things, we show our belief that divine ideas never conflict nor come late. You then make the battle not yours to fight, but God's. Anxiety and fear become powerless from interfering with your manifestations. The moment this stage of calmer seas is reached, your desires are quicker to follow, whereas running away from negative thoughts only makes you more attractive to them. The law of non-resistance also requires us to deal with the inharmony within ourselves before we can change the chaos from external situations. Besides, we cannot change other people but only ourselves and how we respond. Remember that life is a mirror and we find only ourselves reflected in our associates. After this, we must focus more on living in the now, for dreading the past is a violation of the spiritual law. We must learn how to let go of the past, live in the present, and bless the future. As Florence Shen said, he must be spiritually alert, ever awaiting his leads, taking advantage of every opportunity. From here, daily affirmations come to play. Every morning we must speak of good things about ourselves and the situation, and it will slowly come true. As what I've said in the previous videos, there's no one-size-fits-all to affirmations. Shen is even a strong believer that the affirmations you speak must be ones that are convincing to your own consciousness and fits your situation the most. Every affirmation must be carefully worded and completely cover the ground. It must also be as specific as it can be. Since we are one with God, it is in our DNA to live with abundance. The Bible even says that his barns should be full and his cup should flow over. However, some of us don't experience it because of their limiting beliefs. In the next chapters to come, we will talk more about these affirmations and how they can help you. Always remember, your thoughts have the power to change your life. Till next time, thank you for watching.